Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Software Inc. Software Inc. There we go, get the camera all small. When we left off, we created our console operating system. It is up and in the works. We are working on porting all of our crazy stuff. Our port teams are huge. It's just taking a while because we have them on so many products. So yeah, let's take a look. This is our new building. I do need to go through and add some lights into these other rooms because I completely forgot about that. Where's the lights that I pick? The lights that I usually, the typical lamp light. Get this here. We are waiting on this project to be completed here. What the heck is this? What are you doing here? Get rid of that, okay? Jeez Louise and peanut butter. So we are waiting for the operating system to get into the alpha stage before we start building our printing machine. We are marketing it, and we did set a release date for October 2023, so hopefully that will be okay and good and dandy. And now we are just slowly waiting for all of this to come out. We did go ahead and start our 2019 research, so that is up and rolling. Make sure everything is up to a level 10 before we bring it up. So everybody has a task to do. Our law team is working on our 2018 patents. We haven't been able to get the patents out for the past little bit, which is kind of like sussy. I don't know what the deal is with that. I mean, we're still out researching than everybody anyways. Our next game release is going to come out in March, and then we're going to have one in April. And then also some devastating news from last episode. Just because we changed the leader to a lead designer who survived the lead designer gauntlet, that does not make them the lead designer. No, it does not. So that's what we learned out with our first person shooter. What you have to do is you have to go to options, then here the lead designer, you click that, and that's how you can pick who you want to do what. For example, this one, which comes out January next year, we can't change the lead designer. So that's fine. It's fine. Let's do the lead designer can't change that one. How about this one? Options. They don't have a game coming out quite yet. But once they start RPG game, which I think when did Cowboy come out? What's my releases? Not this. I don't need to see other people's releases. Cowboy 5 came out in 2017. So we're going to be looking at a couple more months then until they start doing Cowboy 6. This one's coming out in April. So I find the best... See, and this one also doesn't have one set up yet. Yeah, we're just going to have to keep our eyes on it from month to month for whenever we can switch over the lead designer. We were able to switch over the lead designer for first-person shooter like right away, which was kind of nice. Yeah, we're just playing it by ear and going with the flow, Joe. You know? Okay, Zolda 4 just came out, so let's go ahead, take a look. It was mediocre and boring. Classic. Okay, let's start printing copies, about 20,000. I'm just sick of all this, like, bad games, which I get is totally my fault because I didn't get that situated in time. So we'll just have to keep an eye out for that one. And I'm just going through and checking all of these pretty much every single month, making sure that... Well, anyways, the secret is finally done. It started iteration 4, so let's go ahead and release that, and let's start developing the secret. And we're going to assign... What did we pick? Game adventure, and we'll assign a game RPG. Game RPG, there we go. Anybody else sleeping? Sports, assign game sports. Go ahead and develop the Pro Controller too. And now that we are in alpha, we're gonna go ahead and ignore everything else. We are gonna go in and build ourselves a look at this. We're gonna build the printing. We're gonna build it. It's gonna be good. Okay, manufacturing. Okay, bring this over here. So let's go here to distribution. 2 motherboard assemblers, and then those go into the finish assembly, which will be down here somewhere. And then over here, we're going to need 2 plastic printers. Let's do... And then all of those are going to go into final assembly. And that we will put down here. Okay, and that's going to do 360, as they said, is the optimal. So anyways, let's go ahead and put all of these as our controller. And then all of them are going to go into this, which is our final assembler. Set output, final assembly. I will say I do like how they did the hardware manufacturing. I think it's pretty easy to understand. And take a look and see how we want to assemble these with our lines. It doesn't light up because I did them off grid. That sucks. Okay, sis. I think we have it all set up and ready to go. So for our Pro controller, let's check out the manufacturing for this one as well. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, I think this is gonna get us in a pretty good spot with the with all of the printing. I just gotta make sure that there's enough doors everywhere. Okay, all right. Look at that. Great job, team. Thank you for bearing with me. I decided not to do like the speed build for it because I figured, you know, it's gonna be pretty simple. It's self-explanatory for the most part. What do these guys have to say? Machine is sending components to an invalid location. Oh, did I not? This needs to be the motherboard. Put a recycler after the point. Oopsies. Okay, there we go. Now we finally have it. Thank God. We are now up and rolling whenever that is ready to print. And then I just made sure to put a couple segments, especially going into the middle parts at a raised elevation so our maintenance people can get back here and fix up these machines in case they get a little bit funky. All right, let's hit play. I was like, well, what to do next? So our manufacturing is all set up for that. Great, fantastic. We love to see it. So that's going to be for our controller and our operating system. Those are set and ready to go. So they still have not gotten an adventure game up and running. And now we play the waiting game. All right, House Cleaning Simulator 4 came out and it was boring and bad, and I'm not even surprised. Let's go ahead and start printing 20,000, even though it's not gonna need it. It's fine for now. Wait for any of these to be in the design phase for us to actually switch that around to the people who should be creating them. Okay, so I'm assuming this month is going to be the month. There we go, June 2020. We finally have this ready to be promoted. So let's go into marketing and change the release date, November of 2020, and hit OK. 4 months, that's fine. Let's go ahead and promote that. Let's release it, and then we'll also market it with a press build. Hit OK on all of that. We'll assign everybody to this and make sure that they're all, you know, it's at a level 8, so it's not the highest if a team's doing something else. But it should get these bugs worked out in no time flat. Hopefully it does well. We'll see. Let's also get a press build out for the controller as well. And now we just wait until November of 2020. We're just busting out some port jobs. We just have a lot of products, you know. I feel like in like a future game, I wouldn't mind going through and getting one port team for each genre of game. So like the adventure game port team, so that way it's a little bit, they'll blow through it a little bit quicker, hopefully, theoretically. We also have not started designing any other games, so I couldn't change the lead designer on any of our automations. And before we cross that threshold, let's be sure to print onto assembly line 4. Okay. Let's do a maximum of 100,000. It's going to be a lot, but, you know, worth it. Let's go ahead and print... Which assembly line is this, huh? I did not assign 2 of those printers. There we go. Okay, now we can go ahead and print our Pro Controller. Pro Controller, let's just do a maximum of 50,000, and I think that should be okay. So those are going to start printing, I believe. Let's see. Here they come down the line. They're coming over here, too. I'm sure it's too dark. There they all come. Wow. So amazing and so beautiful and so fantastic. Okay, it is November. Let's go ahead and release the secret. Oh, I guess this is the Pro Controller. All right, let's not order copies. Let's go ahead and do a budget of 10,000. And then for the console, hopefully we get some better, but all right, we'll take it. Marketing campaign, this one will do a 50,000. Hopefully our marketing team can keep up with it, but I believe in them. So you know what we got to do. We got to get everything updated, ready, rockin', ready to go out. Everybody's going to be assigned to this, and let's go ahead and bust this update out and hopefully have some pretty good specs for our users for our first operating system. Okay, well, maybe not a month 1 release, but we'll take it. We lost money. That is never a good sign. Let's take a look at the secret. Yeah, we lost $12 million on it, but it is a great console. So I think once we get all of these games ported onto there, that's what we're going to do. Let's finish our 3D research. Well, let's wait for this patent and then we'll finish it. Because usually if you... Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, if you just start patenting it while you're still working on... Well, if you start to patent the next one while you're still working on the other one, it kind of kicks you off and like automatically pushes through that somebody else researched it, which is a little bit sussy. Get each of our law teams onto each of these patents, and then we need to update our audio and 3D. Okay, so now that it is now that it is January, it's time to start our research. So our audio research is going to do audio, our 3D research is going to do 3D. Hit OK for all of that, and then we're still working on 2020 2D research, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and bring these up and bring up the priority. We're working on our 2020 updates for our 3D and our audio tool. I went ahead and ended all of our port jobs, and what we're going to do is we're going to go now into our releases, and we're going to start porting everything into just one at a time. Okay. Okay, so we want to do this one. Let's do these plus, where's ours? And yeah, we're just gonna bust them out one at a time instead of having a whole queue of them, and I'm hoping that'll help bring some more people to our console once they see that we actually have our own games on the console. And World Conqueror 4 came out, so it was good, but ordinary. At this point, we'll take it. Probably the best one we've done in a while, so let's start printing copies. Let's do 20,000. Hit OK on that. And let that ride through. And I'm hoping our port teams can bust out the port jobs once there's only like one game at a time. Unfortunately, it seems like our console was a flop. We are starting to lose money, which is not great. But I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Thank you so much for joining me on this Let's Play series. As always, check out the description. I have a link to my social medias, including my TikTok, my sticker shop, and my Patreon, where for $3 a month you can help support the channel and get your name on the end credits. If you want to support me for free, I would really appreciate that. You can do that by liking, sharing, and commenting on this video, as well as subscribing to my channel. All of that really helps the YouTube algorithm get my content in front of more people's faces. So until I see you guys again, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.